Hey guys, welcome back to How to Buy a Home in the Pacific Northwest During a Pandemic. I'm still Cassandra. Last week we talked a little bit about finding the perfect home. And now that you've found the perfect one, we're gonna chat a little bit about in part 3 today, what kind of how to prepare the offer and how negotiations work. So right now, this is a very crucial part in the whole buying a home process because chances are in this super crazy market, your offer is not only going to be competing with one other offer, but they could be competing with 20 other offers. We just don't know. And so as a realtor and a certified negotiation expert, what I like to do first is call the listing agent and speak with them, kind of build a rapport, talk about the market, talk about the house that they have listed, whatever else they want to bring up, and then try to find out a little bit about what the sellers are looking for in an offer. Maybe, they're kind of looking for an extended close, or they're looking for a quick close, or maybe they just want to close in 30 days and need a little bit of a rent back. That's awesome. So we'll find out that information, and then what we'll do is we'll use that information to tailor your offer. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna chat a little bit about what the listing agent told us and kind of where your offer fits in with what they told us. Some of the items that we will discuss are, kind of what the sales price is and what your offer price is. Are they the same? Do we think the sales price is in line with the comps in the neighborhood? Do we think it's high, low? Do I think that the house will go for over asking because the market is just insane? So that's just one of the things. Other things we'll discuss are kind of timing of closing, like what kind of closing date you're looking for. Does that match what the sellers are looking for? What kind of earnest money you want to put down? And earnest money is, kind of a way to say we're interested. I always say 1% of the listing price, sometimes more. Also, what inspections to complete? Are we gonna do a whole home? Are we gonna do a radon? Are we gonna do a sewer scope? Do you live in the country? Are we gonna be doing a well and a septic? Also, what personal property is included? Things like appliances, blinds, curtains, any other sort of, maybe like there's a shelving system or something in the garage, whatever else is included in the sale. And then also during this time, we're also gonna have you write a love letter to the sellers about what you love about the home and how you can see yourselves there. As we finalize the offer, I'm more than likely going to ask you at what price you are willing to walk away from the house at, because I always recommend to write your highest and best offer on the first go around, because this market is crazy low inventory and crazy high buyer demand. So I want to make sure that you put your best foot forward first. And once we write the offer and you sign it, most likely electronically, I will package the offer up along with your fully underwritten approval from step 1, your offer and your love letter, and send it over to the listing agent. Now that I have sent the offer over to the listing agent, this is where I call and I speak with them again and continue to build that rapport that we built before we even wrote the offer. During this time, I also sell you your offer, that it's fully underwritten and that it's honestly the best offer to choose. I am totally a no-nonsense realtor. I like to get deals done efficiently, effectively, and effortlessly for my clients, and I try to convey that to the listing broker every time that I put an offer on a property, because we all love smooth transactions. Let me tell you, they're great. Those rough ones makes you appreciate an easy one every time. So also at this time, my preferred lender that you got underwritten with will also call the listing agent and talk about how much of a slam dunk you are, that you've been fully underwritten and that you don't see any issues coming up and that you're fully vetted. So with the market how it is, there will obviously be an offer deadline. So people can go and view the house possibly for a weekend or a couple days, and then they'll say, Sunday at 9 p.m. all offers are due. As that timeline approaches, I will contact the listing agent and talk to him a little bit and see kind of how ours is falling in with the other ones. Some people give you a little more information than others, and I like that. But, my job is to find out if you're on top. And I want to get you there. And so if we have to make a few additions or change a few things on our offer to get to that top, that's what I'm looking for. So I might contact you and say, hey, they are looking for a little bit longer close time. Can we do that? And then we'll just make an amendment. And so keeping this great line of communication with the other agent is the best way to work with negotiations and how to win the offer. And honestly, sometimes it comes down to money. It really just does. I've been in situations where it does come down to that. And basically, they just want you to throw as much money at them as possible, and there's nothing else in the terms that you can do. So now that the offer deadline has expired, the seller and seller's agent will sit down and review all of the offers that were presented, and one of three things will happen. One, they will either decline or choose a different offer, which is really unfortunate, and we're trying not to get there. But two, hopefully they will accept your offer as is, which is really awesome. That means we wrote the perfect offer. Or three, they will counter our offer. And two is awesome. Three is really great as well, because you're still, in line to get the property. And honestly, if they're gonna counter, chances are we'll probably know what the terms are they're countering with. It might be changing a name on some paperwork, or it might be changing a date on a rent back or something like that. It's usually nothing too huge. So now next week, in week 4, we're gonna talk a little bit about mutual acceptance and what happens once we get there, and what the steps in the transaction timeline are. So thanks for stopping by. We'll talk soon. Bye.